to step out in that Pilates V. We're going to pull our abs in. We're going to lengthen our tailbones. And then we're going to roll up on our toes. We're going to test out our balance for a moment. And then we're going to bring our arms down in front of us. And as you do so, engage those ribs. Open those arms, close those arms, open and close. One more time, open and close. Then you're going to tap. Front leg is bent, back leg is tapping up on the toes. Good. We're just going to add some running arms to this. And a knee lift. We're going to change the arms into a squeeze, and we're going to add a hamstring curl. Shoulder blades together. We're going to change that to arm extension and leg extension. And we're going to go back to the tap. Then we're going to go back to that knee lift with running arms before hamstring curl, squeeze. And then extend arms and legs. Go back to your tap. You know what? You can put your band down. We're not going to use it yet. Knee lift for 4. Hamstring curl for 4. Extension for 4, legs and arms. 2 taps. 2 knee lifts. 2 hamstring curls. 2 extensions. 2 taps. 2 knees. 2 hamstrings. 2 extensions. 1 of each. Tap. Knee. Curl. Extend. Tap. Knee. Extend. Tap only. Last thing we're going to do here, we're going to take the tap out. We're going to do knee, curl, extend, but we're going to pick up the pace. Knee, curl, extend, knee, curl, extend, knee. And tap. Woo! Let those arms go. Angle the other way. Hands on your hips for now. When you're ready, running arms, knee lift. Add a hamstring curl and squeeze your shoulders. Add an extension of the arms and legs. And then we go back to that tap. 2 more times. And then you do knee lift for 4. Hamstring curl for 4. Extensions for 4. Back to that tap for 2. 2 knee lifts. 2 hamstring curls. 2 extensions. 1 more time, 2s. 2 taps. 2 knees. 2 curls. 2 extensions. One tap, one knee, one curl, one extension. Again, one tap, one knee, one curl, one extension, tap only. We're going to break it down. We're going to do those three, double time it. So we go knee, curl, extend. Join when you're ready, knee, curl, extend. And then turn. Woo! Hopefully that warmed you up a little bit. Nice little swing side to side here. Good. All right. We're going to stay in a really wide stance. We're going to bend those knees. We're going to drop that right shoulder in, look over the left, please. Left shoulder comes in, look over your right. Back through center one more time each way. Good. And then with those wide legs, we're going to hinge forward. We're going to walk it out. Hands are going to be wide. Shift your hips so you're in a wide-legged push-up. And then we press up and down. Head in line with your spine. Abs drawn in. Good. Hinge it back. Walk it back. You're going to quickly grab your chair. Turn it for a close-handed push-up. So my fingers are on the outside here, so it becomes that tricep press-up push-up. Hinge those hips forward, lower yourself down, ribs between your elbows, head in line with your spine. Hinge it back, take a little break, drop your hands, let your arms swing, take a deep breath in, bring it up, wide stance, hinge, walk it forward, wide legs, wide arms, second set, push-ups, hips come forward when you're ready. Two more if you can. Hinge it back. Walk it back. Big deep breath in. Back to your chair. Only this time, you're going to do a set of dips. Hands are facing each other. You're on the edge of your chair. Shoulders back and down. Walk your feet forward. You don't want to lift your hips up. You just want to bring them over the edge of the chair. So that you really have to bend and straighten to get this. And sit up. Hopefully your chest and your triceps are feeling warmed up. Take that left arm out. Bring it down the left side of your body. Give it a nice little stretch. And then bring that hand to the center of your back. And then over to the right side. 3 angles on that tricep. Shake it out. Right hand up down the right side of your body, please. Good. Hand to the center of your spine. And then over to your opposite shoulder. Sorry, there's a lot going on at my house right now. FedEx ladies here. Shake your hands out. All right. Let's get going. Grab your band. Hold it in half. And then you're actually going to make that move, right? So you have quad, kind of, right? We're going to step through that. And we're going to start with that down about mid-shin. Widen your stance enough so you feel a little tension And have your chair handy, please. All right. So, right foot in place, left toes are pointed, little bit of turnout. Bend your right knee, slide your left toes forward, stay with that right knee bent. Lift those left toes off the ground. Now I'm going to give you an option if you want to work your calves at the same time. You're going to lift your left heel, right heel, and your left toes. So it's, for me, it's going to be a really small range of motion here as I lift and lower. Or you can keep that heel planted, get a little more glute and a little less on your calf. And we're just lifting and lowering that left leg, but I hopefully that quad feels it here as well as the right quad and glute. And then stand it up. All right, toes pointed out. Think about 2 o'clock or 10 o'clock for you on a clock. Bend that right knee again. Walk those left toes as far out as you can and lift them off the ground. Tiny lift for some of us. Good. And bring it up. All right. This side, we're going to go in parallel for now. Bend that right knee again. Left leg out to the side. You might not need that balance. Lead with the side of your foot and you start to feel this outer hip. Now, you are welcome to do this lower on your ankle. See how that works for you. Is that right knee bent? That left leg lifted. Stand it up. Skip back to 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Turn that foot out. Bend that right knee again. Flex through that heel and lift up. And this should get nice and strong since we're starting to get into those glutes. So maybe you can lift a little higher now. But make sure this back knee doesn't bend, right? And then stand it up. Toes are facing straight ahead, right knee bends. Roll up on those back toes. Press so you get that quad engaged to keep that leg straight, and we lift. And hopefully you feel this one. I'm feeling this one now. And come up. Ow! Let's just create that same swing on the other side. So, left leg is the standing leg, right leg is in front and in turnout. Left knee is going to bend, sit into it so you can your quad and your glute. Notice mine wants to sit out to the side, so I have to pull that sucker under. I walk those toes as far forward as possible, abs on in, and then we lift and lower. Again, you have that option anytime to add that heel raise. You don't have to. And stand it up. Turn that leg out so it's about 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And that left knee again. Right toes to be lifted. Walk them out as far as you can. And bring it up. Now those feet come in parallel. And again, we're going to sit into that left leg. Right leg is parallel. We lift out to the side. Again, maybe you don't care anymore for balance. Good. We're going to turn it out. We're going to roll back to that 8 o'clock or 4 o'clock. You need to straighten that leg and that left knee. And sweep. And keep that back leg nice and straight in that turn-out angle so you start to feel that rounding corner of the glutes. And bring it up. Oh, like right behind you. Bend that left knee. Sit into it and swung in. Flex that right quad. Toes point straight back. Here we go. and bring it up. Woo-hoo. All right. Give me a nice wide stance and walk over to your left side. Take those right toes, bring them slightly in front, to the side, behind you, stretch behind you, come down with that heel, lift that right leg off the ground, and then come back up. Out in front, circle around, curtsy, bend it, right leg this. Bring it up, step around, twirl around, sit down, lift it up. And then you're just going to keep going at your pace. I didn't forget you. How about 2 more, please? All right. Walk a little bit over to the opposite side. Okay, left leg is the standing leg. Right toes point to the side. They circle around behind. Stretch it, curtsy it, shift your weight with that left leg, and back up, around, slide, curtsy, and lift. And back up, slide, curtsy, and lift. And up. Nice. Few more here. Bring that up. Shimmy on out of that. You're going to take a nice stretch for the lower body for a moment. Weight on your left leg. Right toes point in front. Hinge, flat back. So you should be getting, with that flat back, instead of tuck, it's extended, you start that hamstring stretch. And roll those toes up, so deeper in it. And we start to get that inner thigh, and then roll those toes down. Stand up. Keep your weight on your left leg. Cross your right thigh. Press it open. Send your booty back. You're happy. Good. Roll it under your elbow. Extend that tailbone. Roll it under and cross that right leg down. You're going to go to the back first, and then to the front. Beautiful. All right. Other leg. So we start, those left toes out, turned out, into the hips, flat back. Good. And roll those toes up, through that heel, keep it open. Good. Roll it down, come up. Cross that over the opposite thigh, tailbone back. And roll it under. And stick it out again, please. Roll it under. And it's crosses. Doesn't matter if you go the opposite direction. I'm good with that. All right. So let's work that upper body a little bit. So again, we're going to try and have that double up. So it's actually kind of 4, right? And all we're going to do, go down, bring your hands in the inside so that your palms are facing away from each other, right? So knuckles are facing each other like that. Sit down in your plie, and all we're going to do is lift and lower those heels. So we're going to be working the quads, arms above you, shoulders out of your ears, bend the elbows slightly, press out to straighten. So tricep works while you lift and lower those heels. You're not coming up and down. You're staying in your plie the whole time, right? And then when you're ready, you press out for those triceps. Stay down. Try not to come up and down, but stay nice and low. So your quads are going to work the whole time. And those heels just lift and lower. Let's show that. The knees stay wide the whole time. Just lift and lower the heels. Just lift and lower the heels. It should be a clicking motion. Lift lower, lift lower, lift lower. Press out with those hands to get those triceps. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then come on down. And let's work our biceps a little bit. So now you're just going to go to that doubled up band. And you're going to step on, in your case, you're going to be stepping on it with your right foot, but both wrapped around. I'm going to put my foot through it since I have a knot already tied. And then we're going to step back. Band is in our left hand. Palm is facing up. And we're going to start with just this bicep. But I want you to really lunge into that right leg. I want you to think warrior pose. I know we don't do much yoga in here, but I want you to think warrior pose. Right side parallel to the ground. Left leg reaching back. If you want a little extra challenge, turn your toes in and your heel out. So feeling your bicep now. Now, I've just added just a little motion here to go a little deeper on that quad. If you want to make yourself miserable, you keep the band under your foot. So you have to make sure you have it round, tied as mine is. Then you can lift up that heel. If you lift up that heel, that was the only thing holding your band in place, it's going to hit you in the face. Another run. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it here. Heel goes back down. Give me a pump. Pump, pump. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ow. Take that left arm. Palm flexes. Ooh, open. Good. Let's turn it the other way. So again, fold your band in half and then you stand on the tail. Or if you've got it tied, then you can just put your foot through it. And we're trying to find kind of that warrior stance. So left thigh, as much as possible, parallel to the ground. Right toes turn slightly in. And then that right palm facing the sky, and we go into that bicep curl. You want to add slightly more of a lunge, do so. Make sure if you're pulling away, right, don't make it easier on yourself by coming down as you're curling, right? Sorry, whatever I'm trying to say here. Don't make it go slack. Add in that heel raise if you have a knot and hold that band in place. Couple more here. Hold it down, pulse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Take that out. Open that arm. Flex that palm backwards, pressing, getting that bicep stretch. All right. We want to get a little bit of deltoid work here. Sorry, I need to plug my phone in. Apologies. All right. So, doubled up again. If you have it in a knot, you won't need to do anything except slip your foot through it. Otherwise, you need to stand on the tail with your right foot. Hand on the chair. We're going to step back with that left leg. And we're going to start with just the deltoid. So I lead with the elbow. I'd like a little bend there. You should feel this back here, right behind the shoulder blade. Think posture muscle. So try to do your best. Keep the elbow bent, but not a big bend, right? And my arm is going to the side. If you want to add on, we're going to go into our little jumping bird here. So you hinge and lift. So that right hamstring is working now. Try not to have too much weight on your right hand. It's there for balance. 2 more. For the last one, hold it in place. In the elbow a little more and give me a pop, pop, pop. 3, 2, and 1. Ow, 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 ow. Let's do that on the other side, please. So stand on your tail, or again, if you have it in a knot, you're going to do that. Right foot steps through. No, left foot steps through. Sorry, guys. We're going to start with just that deltoid lift. So elbow is out to the side as you raise. Don't have to let your shoulder roll forward. And then when you're ready, it becomes that gunking bird exercise. We extend as an arm lift. Almost there. Hold it over, in the elbow, pop. So as you going, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo-hoo. Relax that. Bring your chairs into your mat. You're going to come down to your mat with your band, please. Good. All right, in out there. Sorry. Okay. Just because we're on the floor does not mean we're done. All right, because we're going to start with that one more time in the loop. So you double it up, and from there you create your loop. Right? So a double loop. So it's only about this big, and we're going to slide that up this time above our knee. So maybe mid-thigh, or maybe not mid-thigh, a couple inches above your knee. And then you're going to slide down towards your chair, put your feet up in your chair, and you want 90-degree angles at your hip and at your knee, right? So you don't want that as knees tucked in, you don't want them way far away. Find those beautiful 90-degree angles. And before we do anything, widen your feet so you start to feel tension on the band. And then open your knees so you really feel tension on the band. Bring your fingers to the sky, push your shoulder blades against the mat, lengthen your fingers, broad across the chest, broad across your back, lower your head all the way down to the mat. I'm being super fine. All right. Exhale, pull your belly in, your ribs down, neutral spine, lift your hips. And from there, with our hips up in the air, give a little extra tuck. Because think about it, if I keep my hips low, I've got a zigzag. I want a straight line, knees, hips, shoulders. So you're up pretty far. And from there, with your feet flexed, press out on the band and out on the band. Out, out. And let's, okay, that was so much fun. We're going to do another breath in. So ribs come way, way up. Tuck that booty under. And then we're not going to go all the way down. We're just going to lower the hips a little and lift. And lift. Press up against the band and lift. And lift. And lift. And lift. And then we're going to come all the way. Because we have one last version. Back of the neck is long. Yes. Get those hips way up in the air. Find that neutral. Press out. Come a part of the way down. Lift. Press out. Lift up. Press out. Lift and press. Press. Lift and press. Press. And lift. And press. Keep going. Good. You guys look great. Make sure that booty's up. Is that booty up? Lift, press. Lift, press. 2 and 1, and come on down. Ouch, hopefully you guys felt those. All right, we're gonna stay with that band, but we're just gonna move it down to our ankles again. And for now, you might want to just slide your chair out of the way depending on how tall you are. Okay, a little bit tricky here. Want you to lie down and get your waistline off the ground. And I want your bottom leg, it's my right leg, a little in front. Top leg right at hip level. Okay, straight top leg, press back and back. If you have a tight enough band, glute is going to fire, and you're going to get some low back work here too. Foot should be flexed, and your bottom leg is not really on vacation because it's stabilizing, otherwise it would be moving. Make sure it's not moving. Last 2, last 1, let it back, that top leg relax for a minute, just for a minute, and then lift it back up. Bend your bottom knee a little bit, take your back leg, bend it, and you're gonna hamstring curl, hamstring curl. Try not to have your knee in front, you'll be missing the hamstring curl completely, right? So get your knee behind you and curl. I actually straightened out my bottom leg and that seems to work better. So again, make sure you can't see your top knee or you'll miss out. Don't want you to miss out. Can you lift your top hand off the ground and keep your waistline lifted? Can you bring your ear down onto your arm so you're in that parallel position so your waistline has to work to stay lifted? And I hope you feel this hamstring and booty. And then we're going to relax. Hopefully you got that. Oh, yep, give it a little love. And we're on the other side, of course. So long straight line in your body with your arm resting underneath your ear and your waistline lifted. And bottom leg goes in front, top leg goes behind you, and then pressing with your heel pushing back. Getting that glute, getting that low back. Waistline lifted, top hand if you can on your top leg. You may find that your 2 sides are a little bit different, pretty normal. And relax. Ooh. I'm going to keep my bottom leg straight, but I'm going to bend my back leg, but I'm not going to bring it in front. I need to press it. Woo! I need to press it behind me a little bit, right? And then from there, hamstring curl and curl and curl. So foot disappears, hopefully. If you're not feeling it, take your bottom leg farther in front. And relax. Ow, ow. In my case. All right. Woo. Detangle yourselves for a moment. Mosey your way up. Position. And I want you to take your band across the top first, and then between your arches. So it kind of looks like that. Bend your knees so you can sit tall on your sit bones. And then grab your bands quite close to your legs. Doing a little bit of a hinge forward, but not around forward. Then you're going to sit up nice and tall with your thumbs to the sky. You're going to do a little rowing motion. This is simply for posture awareness. If you want more, go wide elbows. You can also even lift the elbows up, more of a combo upright row. You can start to straighten your legs down a little bit so long as your tailbone doesn't touch. So if you're here, you are not working your posture muscles, you're working your slumping muscles, right? So I need you really tall, sit up on those sit bones, chest is open, shoulders squeezed together. Good, you guys look good now. I mean, you always do. Last one, and relax. Let's leave that attachment around your feet. okay? And then you're going to walk your feet closer together and then kind of shimmy your band so that it tightens also. Right, so feet are closer together, band closer together. Then hold on to your bands. We're going to bend our knees just a little bit, but we've got a good secure grasp with that band around your feet. Bend your knees for me, please. There we go. All right, so make sure, look in your camera. Are you here? Ah, thank you. All right. Now, hinge back, but keep that chest open and make sure your shoulders didn't slump. Just squeeze those shoulders together. And roll on down, if you can, with control, a vertebra at a time. Inhale at the bottom. Bend your elbows and roll yourself back up again. And then rolling down and rolling up. A little bend in your knees. And then when you get to the top, you're going to, okay? You're going to choke up on your band even more because you're going to walk your feet back and lift into table. So we just moved our upper body without moving our lower body. So check and make sure your knees are over your hips and your shins are parallel. And then you're going to try to roll down without your knees moving. And then even harder, more challenging, you're going to try and roll up without your knees kicking out. So come up and come down. So you're moving your upper body, but you're trying to keep your knees in place the whole time. And then we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to come up again. We're going to straighten our legs. And then we're going to try to move our legs without our upper body moving, right? So this is what your body wants to do. Try not to let it. So try and lift and lower those legs without moving the upper body. Couple more. And relax. Okay. Now we're going to put all this together, but it's not. It's not a rock, right? It is a teaser. So what that means is the whole body goes long, and then the whole body, and even do it in parts, the whole body lifts up into that beautiful V, shoulders out of your ears. And then everything goes long, and then everything comes up into that V. Everything goes long, and everything comes up into that V. So try a few of those for me. And if that doesn't work, go back to any of the previous iterations. Good. All right. Next time you come down or up, doesn't matter. Untangle your feet and grab that band again. And then let's come all the way down, lying down position. And just take one hand, one leg in each hand, and just do a kind of a miniature baby, happy baby. Half a happy baby. Okay. That's just to loosen up that spine. Feet go back down on the ground. And now you're going to fold your band in half. But this time you're going to bring your hands really close together. So maybe a hand's distance apart. Shoulders back and down. Breath in. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. And then knee in tabletop with your legs. Inhale, arms go up overhead. Press out on your band. Open your legs. Exhale, tap your knees with your band. Inhale, open. Open the arms and legs close. Reach, open, close. Inhale, open, close. Exhale, inhale, open, close. And keep it going. A few more here. And last time, drape that band across your shins, pull it in. And just a wee bit more ab work here. All right, stack your knees, tabletop. Take your band, and your hands will be farther apart now. Put the band on the front of your right thigh, and reach fingertips long towards your right ankle. Shoulders opening down. Exhale, float the head, neck, shoulders off the ground. I want you to bring your knee in a little as you bring your hands away. So more tension on the band, and then reach through your left toes. While you're here, bring your right knee closer, bring your hands away. Closer and farther, closer and farther, closer and farther. So it's a tiny, tiny, tiny little pulse. It's your right leg and your both hands, right? Reaching and stretching, reaching and stretching. 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Tabletop. Band on that left thigh. Deep breath in, right leg up. Exhale, stretch your fingers along, bring your left knee towards you, and then both at the same time. Reach and reach. And as you reach, you pull in. As you reach, you pull in. As you reach, you pull in. Keep going. And relax. All right. Good job, you guys. I hope you felt that one. That one's a pretty strong one. And now we get to stretch with the bands. Yippee. Bands are awesome. So we're going to bring that right foot, take the band across the front or the top, and then crisscross. That's one option. That's your safe option. But if you also want to get a nice stretch for your foot, you can try to put the foot in the band lengthwise. Right? See how I have that lengthwise? So it drapes over my toes and heel. And then that band is in your right. Now, press your right shoulder down, pull your right knee close to your right leg. And then if you have that band over your foot, you don't, I want you to push through the ball of the foot and then up through those toes, really point those toes. Then toes come back, ball of the foot flexes back, heel goes up, and we'll do that one more time. Ball of the foot presses up, toes press up and point, toes curl back, ball of the foot flexes back, heel flexes back. Bend the right elbow, let the leg drop to the right as the left knee drops open. Inner thigh stretch, hamstring stretch. You can bring that foot closer to your head and you'll get that stretch. Then reach over with your left hand, straighten out your left leg, turn your right toes in, and just give me a small move till you start to feel outer calf and IT band and outer hip. Good. And then from there, cross that left leg behind it, and you're just going to take your band across the left shin. So deep, deep stretch here. Take a little rock side to side. And then finally, no band, your knees drop to the left. Big twist. And then straighten out the left leg. Bring your right hand over that left thigh for just a active figure 4. And then straighten out the right leg. Hopefully, the right side. So let's bend both knees. And then again, you can lash at the top of your left foot and bring it around behind, or you can, if it works for you, to put your foot in the band. All right, and then that band is in your left hand, and you're going to use your left shoulder to pull that leg a little closer. And then we're going to press the ball of the foot to the sky and the toes up and really point. But at the same time, keep your shoulder down. Ball, toes come back, ball of the foot flexes back, heel flexes up. And then follow the foot, toes, point, point, point. And then toes back, ball of the foot up, heel up. And then let that the side right leg open, elbow props. You can bring those toes closer towards your head, upwards, get a hand. And then reach over with your right hand, straighten out your right leg, turn your left toe in, feel that stretch across your calf and try keeping. And then as you bend that knee, cross the right leg right behind it, and the band goes across your right shin, please. Hug that in, couple little rocks side to side. And then we'll go into that twist. Straighten out your right leg, your left leg, ankle across the right thigh, pass it figure four. And then legs beside each other. Deep breath in, arms over toes point, ankles point, abs drawn in. Option to roll up, vertebra at a time, or bend your knees, open yourself up, or simply roll over on your side. Meet me down doggy position here, please. Tuck those toes, lift those hips. Then let's stretch the left heel down, raise that right leg up as much as you feel it's comfortable for you. And then bring that right down and press that right heel down in, extend that left leg up. And then come down. Just take a moment, one foot at a time. And then we're going to walk it back. Your ribs onto your thigh. Little body. Exhale, round into your cat stretch and open into your cow. Good. With that chest. And we're going to curtsy. And we'll curtsy. Thank you guys very much. We do have one more trivia question.